Hi, welcome so much. I'm glad you came back to the Radiance Center Conversations with Friends. And today I have 4 of the most special men I have ever met in my life who are able to be vulnerable, able to speak truth. As I've said before, they give me great hope for the world. So the topic today is for them to tell us what they learned from their fathers, pro and con, about being male. So anyone who wants to start, please go for it.
I'll have big silence, so I'll fill it.
Thank you.
My dad taught me the joy of being in nature and the joy of using my body for sports.
Oh, wow.
He was really passionate about being outside, and my whole life, that's been an incredibly important part of my life. He also taught me how not to treat women.
By treating women not well?
Yeah. He had 4 divorces.
Wow.
He was especially good at triggering their jealousy by fooling around.
Oh, wow.
And I've had to learn lots of lessons in and around that, being on both sides of that, and just learning how much that can hurt and how much it can damage a relationship, and how much growth can happen as a result of shall we call them indiscretions. So my dad was a real gift in that regard. It's made me want to learn as much as I possibly can about women and relationships, and so I'm super grateful for my dad's indiscretions.
Oh, thank you. That was Spar, in case you didn't know by now. Who else?
I can't go twice, you guys, so somebody jump in.
Well, you could,
It's
but
okay
anyway,
also to have a little bit
we can have
silence.
silence.
I'm teasing. I just thought it would be a funny thing to say.
Okay.
For me, one of the things
This is Cody again.
I'm learning just now the subtle ways in which my father specifically made an impact and an impression on who I am now. Literally, I'm finding out about it now because I am embodying these ways. And one is the topic of safe fun. Safe fun. My father was really, really, really great at being the embodiment of fun in a safe way for not only myself, but my sister and all of our friends. All of our friends too. It was always, and I think about it from time to time, some words that he shared with me right before he passed. He said, Code, and he called me Code.
I love that.
Code.
You were the Code.
Yeah.
What a perfect name.
I know.
I might start using that with his permission.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense.
He said, we might not have had much, but we sure had fun.
Oh, wow.
And those words, they touched me so deep in that moment that I actually wrote them down, but they continue to come back to me as a reminder, even in this life now, as it feels like I'm like preparing space for a family, the recognition of how important fun is and how important family and togetherness and these qualities that, you know, I grew up in a relatively poor area and time for my family, and to still have such a quality childhood, I think, and no, it's not even I think, I know it's from the fact that we had fun together, from the fact that we played and laughed and had joyous moments together, many, so many.
Wow.
And I feel that as his gift, as he was parting, he's like, remember how much fun we had. And that, just the other day I was at Hanuman Maui, and this sweet little girl wanted me to push her around in the wheelchair and climb the mango tree with her and do all these things, and I just felt this such a sweet safety, myself holding this space of fun, safe fun. So that that's definitely one of the most positive, impactful things that I've been given from my father. And it feels like I'm just now learning about it. I feel like I'm just really now embracing what that's all about as I shift into the space of being the one who is able to hold the safe space of fun, the container of fun for children. Yeah, it's really, really potent.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Thank you so much,
you.
sweetheart. Who else?
My pops taught me to be a friend to everyone.
This is Dylan.
Hello. Yeah. My dad was incredibly playful as well, and had these, he could make anything adventurous and exciting.
Oh wow.
And yeah, it built my imagination and this sense of family too. Just the way that we would come together and play at the park or go to the movie theater, and he, just the drives, I remember after my parents separated, he lived downtown, and it was a 15-minute drive, which when I was that young felt like a year. And but he played such incredible music. And he would buy gummy bears.
Yes.
And we'd play a game that he played a song, and whoever could guess the artist or the name of the song first would get a gummy bear.
Oh wow.
And I lost every time.
Do you still get a gummy bear?
Sometimes. Yeah.
Cool.
And it was cool discovering later in life that some of my gifts in music come from my dad.
Yes.
Because I always look to my mom in the performance realm, and she's an incredible singer and actress. And but I found out my dad, before they had my sister, he was his dream was to be a music producer.
Oh wow.
He went to school and he was in production and worked at one of the top studios in Nashville.
Wow.
And yeah, this was really fascinating to discover that from him, and just an incredible repertoire of music that I cherish because of him. And
But you know, you can finish and then I'll tell
no,
you.
I love it. This conversations with friends.
You know, when you perform, it's not about your father's musical ability, but you're able just to be wild and uninhibited and crazy and just stand in the middle of the room and make up moves and make up words and just, you don't do it by the rules, and
Yeah.
maybe that came from your dad.
Yeah.
Your range is astounding,
Yeah.
breathtaking. Like
Yeah.
where the highs, the lows, the
Mm-hmm.
different genres that come through you.
Oh,
Just,
so we say
There-
thank you.
there's no limits that are
Thanks,
known
Pops.
to your being.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and thank you for. I love sending him this recognition and love and celebration because
Mhm.
to me he was often shy when he wasn't with our family,
Yes.
and but he's brilliant and so funny, and that's why I said that he taught me to be a friend to everyone. He's, you know, sometimes it was annoying with my mom and my dad at church because church would be over for 2 hours and we were still there talking to everyone.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just cherish my dad for helping me to use my imagination in any place or dimension to feel authentic and find gratitude, and yeah, he's a special part of my life.
I love that. Thank you. I didn't know that about you at all.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I love that you shared that as well because it sparked a remembrance in me of my father also, and he wasn't the like ideal person to influence me for music, or so you would think, right?
Mm.
But I remember times in the like in his house he would be singing like Jimi Hendrix or something, which is great. He had great musical taste, but he would sing and he would just sing horribly out of tune. and he shared with me in the same conversation that he shared with me about the fun thing. He said, you know, you used to say to me, Cody, Dad, you sure sing bad. And I guess I would say that to him, but then he would respond back to me with, yeah, but I sure love to do it.
Oh.
And that right there
Oh, that's huge.
was huge. I
Yeah.
realize now it's huge in who
Yeah.
I have become today.
Mm.
So yeah, mahalo
Lovely.
to the Papas for our musical inspirations.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Tobias, I can understand why you might be going last on this. What do you want to say about your father's?
The characteristic that stands out most to me, the gift
Mhm.
that I received from my dad was
Birth dad or Hanai dad?
the dad who raised me, so my
Okay.
Hanai dad,
Okay.
was service.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And just being of service to my loved ones is such an honor to know how to do.
It's funny because I'm sitting between you two, and when I ask you for either of you for something, you always say, it would be my greatest honor. Do you know you do that? You do?
I guess so.
Yeah. How cool. What else?
My dad was a Mormon bishop, and he was a tribal leader.
You say Mormon bishop?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was the leader that people would come to for help.
Mm.
Like the church was the community, and my pops was the chief, and he would just make dang sure that every single one of his boys was constantly serving the tribe.
Oh, wow.
And it was really special.
Wow.
To know at a young age the importance of community
Yeah.
and sharing.
No.
at service now?
I work on it every day.
Okay.
I grow in the way, the intent,
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
where it was once just what I do,
Mm-hmm.
to I want to do it with I love you,
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
truly,
Mm-hmm.
rather than
That's the next stage
Yeah.
of service. Yeah. Uh-huh.
rather than this is what we do, or this is what I have to do because this is what I've always done.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Thank you.
Mhm.
We're about to go out for a delicious dinner, but if anybody else wants to say anything, this is your moment. Anything?
I'm grateful. This is amazing.
So
I
grateful.
just, the thing I want to say is, the time of this recording, I'm 60 years old. I've got to meet thousands of men in my life.
Mhm.
And the quality of men that you three are is astounding.
Yes.
Like, just the amount of joy each one of you knows how to embody. Like, it's, I don't know if you know how rare that is.
I
But,
agree.
I mean, all you have to do is walk through Walmart or Costco and realize that you guys are,
Mhm.
you are the luminous ones.
Mm.
And in my experience, when I was your age, I didn't know how to do that. It took 30-something years of hanging out with luminous ones to become one myself.
Mm. Oh, but you're doing it so
But yeah,
well
and
now.
now look.
Look.
But you guys, you're doing it so young and so easy.
Mhm.
And what maturity, not maturity like old and fucking dead, but maturity meaning emotional maturity, ability to feel your feelings all the way through, without punishing the people around you with immature emotions. And what a gift to men, what a gift to women, what a gift to the world the three of you are.
And what a gift to me.
Oh, yeah.
I actually believe that my beloved husband died because he was a luminous male. And he died because he could let himself go out of his body because he was in so much pain. But he could only do that when he knew I would be taken care of by these amazing men. So, thank you.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, okay, snow.
Yeah. Wow.
Ah,
He would be
Yeah.
so proud of you guys.
you would.
Yes, he is so proud of you guys. Yeah.
One other thing that I feel in this moment, just to share in gratitude for my father. He there was one time, I mean, this is a man who smoked 40 cigarettes a day for
Oh, wow.
most of his life.
Wow.
Drank multiple 40-ounce beers throughout each day,
Wow.
and just in general lived a life that gave him a lifelong, like a life that only lasted 62 years. You know,
Oh, wow.
like that like, I don't know, you know.
Okay.
But within that, I spent maybe like a month of my time when I feel like I woke up into a new way of life, trying to get him to see it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me one day, he said, I don't need you to change me. I love my life. I love who I am. I'm at peace with my life.
Oh,
And
wow.
those words were so powerful to me. I get goosebumps in this moment thinking about
Me
it. Those
too.
words were so powerful to me. It sat me back from a place of feeling like I need to change anyone or anything. And I got to love this man just as he was. And I feel like that was one of the first times that I embraced in myself unconditional love.
Wow.
Because he was so at peace and firm with it. He was just like, I have lived exactly the life that I was meant to live. I mean, he just knew it. It was profound. And I give thanks for that experience with him, because it's brought me also into the same awareness of at peaceness, of coarseness with my life, just how perfect it really all is. And I'm just so grateful that he shared that with me that day, because even maybe he didn't even know he was doing it, but that made a profound impact on me, shifted me from trying to change anybody, and brought me into a place of finally loving someone just for who they are in this moment, not for who they could become or who they were when, but who they are now. And I just give so much thanks for that. That was a beginning for me, for sure.
Oh, so beautiful.
And that was only a
Thank
few
you.
years ago.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that gave you permission to be completely yourself.
It did. It did, and I'm just
And you're
now
still
beginning to
unfolding it.
recognize that.
Yeah, I get that. Anything else that wants to be said? You guys are so amazing. I'm in awe.
Me too.
Mahalo to the papas, and to all the role models, of male role model. Even if it's showing us a way that we shouldn't be, or some may call it negative. I don't buy into all of that.
What great grace.
Yes, great grace. I love it all, and I'm so grateful for all of those who have shown us how to be and how not to be.
Well,
Jai Ho.
thank you.
Love you, Dad.
Love you,
Dad. Thank you.
Love you, Spirit.
Would you like to
Love
say
you.
anything, Spirit?
Only that my birth dad, he didn't teach me to be male, but he had cancer and he was supposed to die, but they got pregnant with me the day that he went to the hospital to find out that he had cancer. And they gave him a few months to live, and instead he lived until I was 2. And he wrote a note to me that said, the reason I stayed in a body was to make you.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Go, Dad.
Yeah, go Dad. He did good. Yeah.
Yeah, thank God for that dad.
Yeah, exactly. And he was the wild, passionate one. After that, I had a stepfather who was rigid and believed that anything I did was going to send us all to hell. But my my birth dad was just wild and passionate and didn't play by the rules. And I remember being told that they would party all night, get totally drunk, dance all night, and then in the morning they'd get up and go teach Sunday school. So I got it all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to dinner. Wow. Wow. Well,